by students is the specification. This outlines what you need to know in terms of subject areas, key language, required practicals and assessment weightings. In this video we will look at the specification at a glance and the key content, the required practicals, and have a bit of a dive in for the separate science chemistry specification for the AQA syllabus. Remember, you can pause this video at any stage if the pace is too quick or if there's any information you need to jot down, and you can always rewind it if you like or watch it again. Right, if we look at the content first, you can see here there is a list of 11 things. 10 of those are content and the key ideas is at the end. We're going to spend a moment looking at the key ideas when we look into the specification, but what you'll find is that topics 1 to 5 are found in paper 1 and topics 6 to 10 are found in paper 2. The key ideas are interspersed throughout the paper. I'd suggest that you pause the video now and have a quick look at what you've already studied, what you can identify you've already studied in terms of key areas, and what you've yet to study or revise. Okay, let's have a look at the required pracs. There are 8 required pracs in total. What you'll find is that the 2 which are only found on the chemistry syllabus are practicals 2 and 7. The other ones are common with the combined science trilogy syllabus, so you might find similar questions on papers there. And if we look at required practical 2, you can see that there's 2 levels there. The first point up to where it says HT is required for the foundation tier students, and then higher tier students are also required to determine these concentrations with these molar calculations in a higher level of detail. Question 7, again, you can see there that links in with, there's no higher tier separation there, but again is distinct for the separate science chemistry compared to combined. Pause the video, have a read through, and sort of make a bit of a mental checklist of what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. Right, let's have a bit of a dive into the specification here. Some key things that I want to have a look at with you are the periodic table, the assessment objectives and the key ideas. We'll start with the periodic table. So if I go across here to the spec which I've got, if you go to page 2, actually it's page 3 in this document, you can see there's the headings here, and what you'll find is if you've got the digital version, as per the link here and in the presentation, there'll also be one in the description of this video, you can click on the different areas. So let's start with the periodic table, a pretty key bit of information for you. It's here as an appendix at the back of the document. If you click on that, you'll find up comes the periodic table that will be given to you within your exam, but in order to get the most out of this you need to be familiar with it in advance. So you can see that it is there, and the key idea is the key here. We can see here we've got our groups, and we've got our periods going across. Okay, and we will just flip that back and go back to page 2. Next thing. Subject content. This is useful for an overview. So as you're getting ready for paper 1, you need to know what you're revising. It's topics 1 to 5, and you find that there's quick links here to the content in those different areas as well. Information about the length, number of marks, and percentage there, and how the question is going to be structured. If we go over the page, you can see this paper 2. Please feel free to pause the video when required, and we'll move on to the next section very shortly. Right, going back to page 3, you can dive into the content. If we just click on one here, you can see here's the content. These are all the key bits of information that you need to know, and sometimes they're quite useful just to have a read through those, just to not only see the key language that's being used, but also the key things that you need to do under each of those headings. Pause it there. if you like. Right, let's have a quick look now at the key ideas. So the key ideas are ideas that are across all of the papers and are useful for you to have a good grounding on. So again, you can either click on the link in the description, or you can pause the video here, have a read through and make sure you're happy with these. Any questions or comments, please let me know. Right, let's have a quick look at the assessment objectives. You can see that we've got these three assessment objectives: demonstrate, apply and analyse. And you can see the breakdown as being 40, 40 and 20 for those. So that's how that all fits together. And you can see other details, the assessment weighting there if you want. That's probably the key information there. So if you like, pause the video and move on. Alright, the second to last thing I'd like to show you is to do with the working scientifically. So if we have a quick look here at working scientifically, you can see here is what you should be able to do. And some of this language can be a bit dense and take a bit of time to unpack, but it is useful for you to be able to understand what is required of you. You know, what does the word evaluate mean? What does the word explain mean? Okay, and you can see the skills and strategies that are listed here. Please have a look at the syllabus, have a flick through, and if there's anything that's not becoming very apparent to you straight away, please let me know. I'm happy to see how I can support you. Right, and final thing I want to show you, mathematical requirements. Again, a list of things that you should be able to understand. It could be a useful thing to have a copy of this, print it out, just tick it off or rag it. Okay, make sure you red, amber, green it. You know, what have you got real strength in? What do you need a bit of practice in? And if you want to let me know, I'll see what I can put together to support you. Okay. So, I think that's all the key points I want to cover in this video. Please let me know what you think of the video. Please subscribe, and then you'll get all the updates as they come available. If you could also, once you've subscribed, make sure you like the video if you think it's of some value. Please share it with other people who think it would be useful, and add a comment if there's anything that you would like to let me know in relation to whether it's good, bad, or what you would like to see done in the next video. So thank you once again for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and add a comment. Thanks very much. Bye for now.